Hi guys, and welcome to Akshata's Recipes. Today I'll be showing you how to make some BHARLI VANGI or some stuffed brinjals. Now here we're going to use the smaller brinjals and we're going to cut them in a way that if this is the brinjal, you're going to cut it on top vertically, turn it around and horizontally so that we don't entirely cut the brinjal and it doesn't break up. I will show it to you in the recipe. And for the stuffing, we are going to be using some fresh coconut, some homemade goda masala, and some tamarind pulp with a few other Indian spices. This dish is really very simple to make and it's so delicious to eat. And it's best eaten with some hot bhakris or puris or some steamed rice. Again today, my mother-in-law, Mrs. Vandana Ramchandra will be showing you this recipe, and Ai has got a big plethora of recipes. So if you all want to see more recipes, then please stick around, subscribe to my channel by just clicking the red subscribe button that you see below this video. It's completely free, you won't be charged anything for subscribing. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big like, share my videos with family and friends. And once you have subscribed, please do click on the bell icon so that every time I upload a new video, you'll get a notification of the same. So without much further ado, let's just head on to my kitchen and prepare this amazing dish of BHARLI VANGI. Well friends, for our stuffing of our brinjals, we have taken 1 cup of fresh coconut, some tamarind pulp, goda masala, haldi powder, red chilli powder, salt and some gur or jaggery. Now for the tamarind pulp, I have taken about a small lime-sized ball of tamarind and soaked it in half a cup of water for 15 minutes and then squeezed out all the pulp. Now we're going to cut the small brinjals on one side vertically and on the other side diagonally so that the brinjal doesn't break. Now when you're putting the stuffing, be extremely careful and gentle as to not to break the brinjal. So I'm using about 6 to 7 small brinjals. Now we are going to make this in a pressure pan, but you can also make it in a normal cooking vessel. It will just take about a little longer, about 10 minutes longer till the brinjals are completely cooked. Of course, it always works out better in a pressure pan. Now we're not going to use all of the stuffing. You're going to keep about say 1 cup or half a cup of the stuffing because that adds to the gravy and thickens the gravy up too. Now this goda masala is homemade. I will leave a link in my description box of how to make goda masala at home. It is extremely simple. So here, while I'm just finishing stuffing the brinjals, we're heating some oil in a pan. Now I'm using a little more oil than normal, so I'm using 2 tablespoons of oil instead of 1 tablespoon because we have to fry the brinjals a little so they become nice and crispy too. That also enhances the flavor of the dish. Now once our oil is hot, we're going to use our normal foodie ingredients. So we're going to go in with half a teaspoon of mustard seeds or mohri or rye, followed by 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera. Then we're going to add half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hing and half a teaspoon of haldi powder. Now once our mustard seeds begin to splutter, now I is adding a little more hing, so you can go for about 3/4 teaspoon of hing for this recipe. Now we're just going to put in the brinjals. Now if you don't like brinjals, you can also use baby potatoes. I'll put a recipe up. It has the same procedure and the same ingredients, but you can use baby potatoes if you're not a big brinjal fan. So now we're going to saute our vanga or brinjals a bit. in the lovely flavored oil. See that you are generous with the stuffing inside the brinjal. Now we're just covering it. We're not completely closing up our pressure pan. We're just covering it, and we'll be repeating this procedure of covering for about a half a minute, again opening it, again stirring a bit, again closing it for two times, just to cook the brinjals a bit, and that also enhances the flavor of the dish. Now, one little kitchen tip I'd like to give you here is, to make your work easier, what I like to do is, as and when I'm cooking, I like to also clean up and clear up, in between cooking time. Like if and my brinjal is taking some time to cook, I like to just put away all the spices that I've taken out, or all the coconut from the refrigerator, or the salt in its place. That really helps, and it makes work easier. I mean, instead of just, I've seen some people when they're cutting onions, they have peels all over, they have, all spices lying over. Their entire kitchen platform is full of, stuff. So as and when you have the time, when your, vegetable is cooking, just clear up. It keeps your kitchen looking nice, it makes you feel good, and it also lessens your work of clearing up so much of trash at one time. Like, for example, if I'm chopping up onions, the peels, I always like to keep a paper bag and just put all of them together, so I can just, I don't have to go to the waste paper bin 10 times. I can just go once and for all and, just throw up all the trash there. So now you can see that the brinjals have become a darker color. Now we're going to add in all the rest of the stuffing with a little bit of water, because we don't want to waste any of the amazing stuffing. So just add a little bit of water and clear up all the stuffing. As the old saying goes, waste not, want not. That's what we learn from our elders. Make use of everything, don't waste anything. Now, one more tip over here is use fresh coconut, guys. Don't use, frozen coconut, or, it gives a different flavor when you use freshly grated coconut. Now look at the rich color of this dish. Doesn't it already look so appetizing? Now to cook this brinjal, we're going to add about 1 cup of water. Now it all depends upon how thick or how thin you would like to have your gravy. So you can add water if you want a thinner amount of gravy. So I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of dhania powder or coriander powder, and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder or jeera powder. Now we've already added salt in the stuffing, so if you feel like you want to add some salt, just give it a little bit of a taste. This BHARLI VANGI, like I said, goes extremely well with some bhakri or some steamed rice or even puri. You can always check and taste whether you need to add more chilli powder, more gur for sweetening, more tamarind water. It has a very sweet, spicy and sour flavor. And it gets ready also very quickly. Now to prepare the brinjal initially, what I like to do is I cut off the peel, wash it, cut off the tips rather, not the peel, wash it a bit, cut it up, and then keep it in some salt water for about 5-10 minutes, and then give it a thorough wash before using it for this recipe. So now we're just waiting for the gravy to come to a little bit of a boil. And then we're just going to seal the pressure pan, close it up, and then cook it for 2 whistles on high, and then keep it for 5 to 10 minutes on a slow flame. And then once your cooker is, and then put this flame off, and then once your cooker has completely cooled down, or your brinjals are completely cooked, then you can open up your pressure pan or your cooker, and all you have is just amazing bharli vangi. So there it is, friends, all ready. Just garnish with some amazing coriander and you're all set for a lovely lunch or dinner. I hope you like this recipe. See you soon, guys. Bye.
Well friends, don't forget to give this video a big like. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button you see below this video. Do ring the bell icon so every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first one to know. Please share my recipes with family and friends. Do visit my channel for more than 215 videos. And thanks so much for watching. See you in another video. Take care.